That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
This is not financial advice. The views that will be depicted on this podcast for tonight's episode are strictly by me, the owner and president and CEO of That's What I Said, LLC. So, it's my opinion, bitch.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Well, I guess I need to record my own disclaimers and shit, because that's what happens when you real and you don't have nothing recorded. It just comes out real. That's what it is. Shit.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Thanks for tapping in and tuning in for another episode of That's What I Said. We are live and direct from Studio B, as always. Well,
Y'all know what it is.
for the time being, anyway.
Yeah, for the time being. I don't know. Like I've been saying, there's gonna be some changes coming around, but
Absolutely.
we got to do what we anticipate this podcast to do, and that's what? Be real. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick off this episode of cryptocurrency for beginners and my version of it. It's purely interactive. So for those that's going to listen to this on a regular podcast, please subscribe to That's What I Said on YouTube, and you'll be able to actually watch the visual version, because it will be highly visual, but of course my audio take on it. You will see my picture on the bottom, on this side. Well, this side, right down here in this corner. It's gonna be somewhere in this corner. There will be a PowerPoint presentation on this side, and you'll see my picture on this side. I will still be able to see text messages or comments on any of the streaming platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So whatever questions you may have, however you may want to interact within the audience is perfectly okay with you. I just strictly will say this: please be respectful, no derogatory comments, and just try to pass information amongst each other, whether you know the information or not,
Absolutely.
And like I said, this is my opinion. I'm not sponsored by none of these platforms that I may or may not talk about.
Right.
Sip on my coconut water.
And make sure that you share with any of your family, your friends, anybody that's interested or maybe interested that that want to get started in cryptocurrency.
Right. Yeah. So, what's else? What's going on before we get to the cryptocurrency? What's something happened last week?
Yeah, I was just about to say, we got to talk about this nonsense. So
Let's skim through this shit.
How in the hell did we have such a major cell phone outage? More so, particularly AT&T, and And after the outage, I don't know how many of y'all are AT&T customers, but this shit is funny. So I get a text message from them saying, "Hey, it's AT&T. We apologize for Thursday's outage, which may have impacted you. And as a valued customer, your connection matters, and we're committed to doing better." What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please.
Like, for real.
I didn't mean to do that.
I'm gonna say this, okay?
Like, how do you even as a company send a text message out like that?
It's not even that. Let's have this discussion really quick. So, yes,
Bruh.
our carrier is AT&T, and the problem that we had was no problem because our phones are automatically connected to Wi-Fi when we, come in the house. Plus, our phones have VPN. So,
Right.
and I'm not sponsored by any VPN. I suggest you have one. If you're going to indulge in cryptocurrency, please get a VPN. The VPN is to protect it's another layer of security on your internet for phishing scams and things of that nature, if you have that option available. So they have different packages. I would strongly suggest that you get the package where it has your internet security, and if you want to, you can contact me, DM me on Facebook or send me a message. Just send me a message on Facebook, DM me, and specifically ask like, okay, what NordVPN or IPVanish or whatever VPN service that you want to use. Personally, I use NordVPN, but that doesn't mean that it's the best. That's just the one I use. And you want to make sure you have this VPN because basically what it does is it instead of you're connecting to the internet with your IP address, they have relays or switches where they can put your IP address at a specific switch. And when you're navigating through cryptocurrency, you have a layer of protection so that you don't have to worry about, scams and things of that nature. Because being the fact that cryptocurrency is a digital currency or a digital asset, and it's pretty much known that it's on the computer, you have to access it through some type of internet. There's always that chance that, things can get hacked or scammed or whatever. So you want to protect your assets as much as possible. Now, it's funny that we're talking about protection because you have to look at it. Cryptocurrency isn't regulated by a bank. It's a digital asset. So why cryptocurrency? Let's talk about it. Let's go down this rabbit hole. So I am going to switch screens where it's going to get freaky with you. And this is only visual. So the people that's listening to audio, you can be like, okay, what the fuck ever. What are we supposed to do now? So let me switch screens.
Catch the replay on YouTube.
Yes, if you miss any of this.
That's exactly how you can do it.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So this is going to be my presentation screen where we are going to open the door and talk about cryptocurrency. This is just a beginner look now. This ain't anything advanced. I'm going to try not to get advanced because that's going to kind of intimidate you. And then you're going to have second thoughts about, well, what'll be safe then? Or if this platform is beginner and it's not going to be the one that's going to be the money maker, then why would I want to use it? It's like, look, this ain't a get rich quick scheme. This is a being able to control your money that you want to invest in and have more control with it because it's within your control. You're not handing it to a brokerage firm. You're not handing it to a financial advisor. You're not handing it to your bank. You're putting it securely where you can control it. That's why I love cryptocurrency. Anywho, moving right along. What are we going to talk about? the things that we're going to talk about are going to be briefly discussed, but so slowly discussed to where you're going to have a quicker understanding because I'm going to associate things with it, okay? So some of the things I'm going to talk about is definition, what is blockchain? Everybody's like, damn, that's a lot of things to talk about. Trust me. It's a lot, and you'll have an understanding. Trust. What is the blockchain? Because you got to understand what the blockchain is within cryptocurrency. And what is a blockchain? Key features: decentralization, anonymity, as well as security. Popular cryptocurrencies, I'm sure people have heard of Bitcoin, so we're going to talk about a couple. And then proof of work and proof of stake. Going to have an understanding of what that is, because a proof of work, I'm not going to get in details. I'm just going to say proof of work and proof of stake is going to be your key topic to pay attention to. Use cases as far as what you can use cryptocurrency for, risk and considerations. Risk and considerations is a topic or a breakdown of the risk that's involved and what are some of the things that you have to consider going forward, understanding cryptocurrency. And then we're going to talk about storage wallets, how you can store your cryptocurrency. And we're going to talk about different exchanges and then choosing the right exchange. So I'm going to break all these things down, and hopefully you guys have a way better understanding what cryptocurrency is and what people try to say it is and what it's not, and it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. Do your own research. Do your own research or pay attention. So what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is see, I got it broken down so you can at least see it and read it. It might be a little small on your screen, but I apologize. I'm sorry. This is what I was working with. Cryptocurrency is a type of digital or virtual currency that uses cryptography. And I'll talk about what cryptography is, but for security, making it difficult to counterfeit. So you can't get a printing press and print out cryptocurrency. You just can't do it. It's a digital asset. It's a virtual digital asset, however you want to look at it. So unlike traditional currencies, it operates independently of a central authority such as a government or a bank. Let that marinate for a second. Remember I said it's yours to control? Unlike traditional currency, it operates independently of a central authority such as a government or a bank. Why is that important? Because that's a centralized, it's a centralized structure, which means its authority has a lot to do with how they can do whatever they want with your money. One, tell you how much you can make, put you in certain areas of, where you live at based on your income, blah, 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 blah. It's all a control thing. Okay. They control what your APR is. They control how the bank uses your money. This is your reward for putting your money in our establishment. We'll pay you 0.1%. How's that sound?
So you're saying that what you just said, that's the central authority, correct?
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Right. Absolutely.
I just want to make sure that
absolutely.
not only I understand, but our listeners understand. As he was speaking, he was talking about the central authority being, i.e. the bank or a government entity. Cryptocurrency is independent of that. Right.
Absolutely. Now you might have heard rumors or them talking on the news, talking about how government are trying to, put all these sanctions and stuff on it. And cryptocurrency for a while, XRP, Ripple was under this scrutiny where nobody could trade it or anything. And everybody thought it was going to be very successful because of its utility. And they found it that it's, was illegal doing this, that. They didn't find no illegalities with it, nothing wrong with it. And now it's back trading.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot of things that people were trying to invalidate with cryptocurrency, whereas not understanding it is where it's going to be invalid because you're going to fight against it. You don't understand it. So what it is now is the blockchain technology. This is where cryptocurrency operated and recorded is a decentralized ledger, if you will, of all transactions across a network. A network, because there's many networks in cryptocurrency. And why is that important? Because when Bitcoin came out, it was the only currency. Now, each transaction is recorded in a block and added to a chain in chronological order. What's good, eh? Hey, that post Vegas did, I'm not gonna even, man, that's all love right there. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, so each transaction is recorded in a block and added to a chain in chronological order, making it transparent and resistant to fraud. So I didn't do screenshots of the actual what like a block looks like or what a wallet address looks like, but it is a series of numbers. It's like somebody put their hand flat on their keyboard on the left side and ran it across all the way to the right with no special characters, just letters and numbers. That's exactly what transactions look like on the blockchain, and that's exactly what your wallet address will look like on the blockchain.
I was gonna say insert the little bomb emoticons or whatever right here so that people can resonate with that statement right there. Each transaction is recorded in a block and added to the chain in chronological order.
Right. Making it transparent. And basically what it is
resistant.
Well, this is the thing. With banks, the only transparency is that if you don't show them your ATM card,
right,
you don't have access to your account.
Correct.
With this, you're able to, if you buy some crypto and it says it may take a minute or two, you want to be able to look to see that transaction on the blockchain to ensure that everything you inputted was correct.
Yeah.
You're gonna gain trust in it, or if something goes wrong with it, you're able to go look at it. Guess what? All you got to do is put in what you normally put in when you check your email. What is that? Username and password, right?
Yep.
Moving on. Moving on. We're gonna move on. So I talked about cryptography, and cryptography is using in crypto basically to hide and code information. Just basically what I talked about. Like somebody put their hands on the keyboard and ran it across random letters and numbers so that only the person or the wallet a message or transaction is intended for can read and no one else. Let me sip my coconut water. So you gotta use all these different types of accesses just to go to the bank. I forgot my password. I've been on the help desk for 20 hours. Absolutely. And this is at your bank, or this is for the IRS because you have to pay your taxes or whatever. You'll get a hold of them if you owe them money quick. But if they owe you money, it's like, oh, this person's not in the office. They'll come back in on next Tuesday if they're on vacation. Please leave a message at the end of the tone. What kind of hush pucky bullshit is this?
And you might get something in the mail. You might get something.
Yeah, you might get something in the mail. If it benefits you, nah. If it's benefiting them, oh, you're gonna get it within 2 working days.
Oh, right. Because God forbid, if you owe money to an organization, i.e. the IRS or whatever, they coming to get their money.
Oh, they gonna come get their bread. Don't
Quick,
get it twisted.
fast, and hurry.
They gonna come get their bread. Huh?
I was gonna say, if they owe you, bruh, they gonna sit on it and sit on it and sit on it and sit on it.
All right,
damn
so
it, they want these right away.
Exactly. So I hope everybody understood what I had explained what cryptocurrency is. To me, it gives you more control. It's a digital asset that gives you more control. And basically what I say is if anything else, you put your money in the bank and then you want to invest it into a Roth IRA, you have to go and see what a Roth IRA is and how this is going to benefit you by putting this money in a Roth IRA, right or wrong.
Absolutely right.
So this is the same thing with you when you invest in cryptocurrency. You want to know, you want to understand everything there is to know before you make this investment. Okay.
At least you should want to.
Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not going to persuade you to invest or do anything with cryptocurrency. However, the way our financial situation is going, we're going to have some type of way to make money faster than how they are allowing us to make our money, or how we are allowed to invest our money based on what percentage rate it is. And, what taxes we're going to pay when we take it out, all this other stuff. It's like you're paying taxes on money that you earn.
Right.
And then paying taxes on it when you invest into a retirement plan that you earn.
And then pay taxes again.
And then pay taxes again when you withdraw it of money that you earn.
And
What?
And pay taxes again when you file.
So, yeah. So,
this system.
I was talking about decentralization. So, unlike traditional currencies managed by governments and banks, what we was just talking about, cryptocurrencies are decentralized, relying on distributed network of computer nodes to manage transactions and issue new currency units. So, when the cryptocurrency is created, they come out, most coins come out with 1 trillion coins, 900 billion, whatever the case may be. And based on their utility and what they're doing and how they're changing and evolving within the blockchain to benefit the user of their cryptocurrency, their price scale is going to go up based on that utility. So you can't do that in the bank and pick which one of these items you want to invest in, because they pretty much all have the same, percentage rate. It's like, you put your money in and get a Roth IRA, you already know how much money you're going to get back in a couple years. You already know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you put $1,000 into something that can make you 10x, 20x, 30x, even 100x because of a cryptocurrency that has a lot of utility and the value of that utility is going up, why would you not invest in that? Especially if it's going to happen within, say, I don't know, a year maybe. Could happen in 2 years. Could happen in 3 years. But you're not going to 300x $1,000 off of no Roth IRA.
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, not even 100x.
Right.
So let me marinate. Anonymity makes transactions secure, and to some extent, the identities of the people involved in the transactions are encrypted. So the only access that they would have is your wallet address and your private keys or public keys. How would they get that unless you specifically gave it to them,
mm-hmm.
or they hacked you? And you was probably on a site you shouldn't have been on because you was probably listening to low budget quality videos of people that haven't been verified that's telling you to invest in a shit coin that has no utility, saying it's supposed to be the next big, meme coin, the Dogecoin. But you don't know what network it's attached to. You haven't seen one picture of a developer or can backtrace with who this developer has been with, what they've done. And none of their sponsors even match up. It's like, that's the type of research you have to do, because this is the type of anonymity that they have within the cryptocurrencies. Because within all that, you're only going to understand certain information unless it's been verified and it's on a collaborative market group like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap or whatever the case. There's a bunch of them. If they're not on there, then it's like, nope, I'm not buying it. So there's research and stuff that you have to do, and I'll talk about that for those that want to know more on Saturday if I have enough people to do it. If not, then I'll add it to the next Tuesday's podcast. So the anonymity is great, in my opinion. there's no secrets and nothing like that. There's no arbitrage, meaning they're not using your money to gain percentage rates on it to make more money back off your money, and your reward is 0.01%. No. And security is a big thing, hence it being a digital asset, and it's access through the internet, and it could get hacked, or it could get you could get hacked if you don't pay attention to where you are adding your wallets and what websites and stuff, and that'll come within time, and that'll come within being around a good community of people that's going to steer you in the right direction. So, in theory, cryptocurrency is immune to government interference or manipulation. Let that marinate. Which gives cryptocurrency high security as well as control to create new units within the blockchain. So this thing can go infinite, and it could go, I think the blockchain technology can go parabolic if more people understood it and was able to have use be able to use the blockchain technology in certain parts of your life. They were doing it up in Seattle where people were buying cars and houses with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
They got Bitcoin ATM machines.
Yep.
So
yeah, that was in 2020 before we left.
Right. So popular cryptocurrency. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. One that I know a lot of people talk about is Bitcoin. It's created by an anonymous person or group of people using a pseudonym, Satoshi Nakamoto, in 2009. Nobody knows this person's identity or group identity. Nobody even knows if it's somebody that's still operating in Bitcoin or with this technology managed, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And this is when I start talking about proof of work and proof of stake. So pay attention. Bitcoin is a proof of stake cryptocurrency. Okay. It's a proof of work, not a proof of stake. It's a proof of work. Historical prices from 2009 to 2024. It was just, one of those, I think, weird things that people didn't understand until they really dived into it and started using the coin for bigger than what it was originally used for. It was originally created to pass currency digitally from peer to peer. Already had, Cash App and everything else, but Cash App or Venmo, these products, when you send money to somebody, you're using their platform, which means you're sending that money to them first before you send it to the person that's intended for. Cryptocurrency, you don't have that. So Bitcoin was the first to create this. You mean that we can trade this currency from me to Connie? Yes. Of course, you have to use fees. Okay. How much are the fees? It depends on how much you transfer.
I was just going to ask, so how much are the fees?
Wow. It's called gas fees. It's like transactional fees. To use their network, to transfer assets through their network is going to cost you a gas fee. The battle now is having low gas fees with a lot of utility. So you have another cryptocurrency that comes out. And sorry, let me go back real quick. So this cryptocurrency went from under a penny. What's good, Keith? This cryptocurrency went from under a penny, and within that year went to 30 cents. Within the next year, it went up to $5. 2012 was at $13. 2012, it was at $13 for one Bitcoin. It started getting its name known, and then in 2013, $130, $315, $494. when we get into 2018, remember at 2012, it was just $13. 2012, that's when I retired. In 2018, for one Bitcoin was 13,000. Okay, and then it started doing some dips and valleys. COVID happened. It was down to 10,000. And this is when I started getting really back into crypto. I was in it in about 2018, around 2017, 2018. And 2021 was deep into COVID. And it was doing this upward trend thing because it reached 68,000 at its highest peak. And then it started dropping down because of COVID and everything. Went as low as, 29,000 back in 2023. And it started 2024 in the 45,000 range, starting to climb up. And now it's trying to get to 58,000. And another thing about, Bitcoin is, in order for there to be a Bitcoin, it has to be what's called mining. So, and this is basically a bunch of computers trying to solve this math equation to mine a Bitcoin. Now, why is this important? Because every 4 years or so, they go what's called a Bitcoin halving. So if they complete a transaction on the blockchain to help create the Bitcoin, they're going to get some type of reward for that. Well, then it's halving, they halve the amount of Bitcoin there is to be mined, or whatever, the reward for it gets halved. So instead of you getting whatever it was as, a reward to mine the Bitcoin, it's going to be half of that now. And then every 4 years, it's another halving. We're getting ready to go through another halving. Why is that important? Because what happens is normally Bitcoin will dip and then shoot up to new all-time highs because more people are trying to invest in it because the price is going to go up because the supply is starting to dwindle down. So why? Supply and demand, right?
Absolutely.
If you got a lot in supply and no demand for it, your price is going to drop because it ain't worth nothing. But the more people start using it, the value of it goes up. That's why Bitcoin is at 58,000. It's utility. People are using the blockchain. Right. There are people that have farms, Bitcoin mining farms that are acres. The downside to that is the transaction. I mean, that takes a lot of electricity.
I was just gonna say, doesn't that cost a lot in your
costs a lot of electricity
and your power,
absolutely
power source you're using?
So moving right along, the next part of I call them the big two, big three, whatever you want to call it. I call it a big two, is Ethereum. It was launched in 2015. Mind you, this was how long after Bitcoin was created? We had Bitcoin for a good 6 years before Ethereum came down here.
Yep.
And basically, Ethereum was proof of work as well until a few years ago. They went proof of stake because they want to be more energy efficient. And that's how this whole, energy movement started happening with cryptocurrency when Ethereum came on, on deck. They were more trying to be their own independent cryptocurrency at first. Because they were a proof of work, they were pretty much doing the same thing. People were having Ethereum mining, and all this other stuff. So anyway, the thing that was an added benefit is because they had decentralized applications within it. And these applications was able to open doors and give people a reason to invest in something because they had the ability to be on apps that had the smart contracts that benefited them. This is like the whole investment thing that started to kind of just blow the hell up. Because they started saying, what about proof of stake? Because now you can stake your coins, which is almost like putting it in a private reserve account on steroids. Because now not only are you going to gain value on the coin that you invest money in, now you're able to stake this coin based on a percentage that they want to do every year. It could be 9%, 10%, whatever. How much are you getting in your bank account right now?
Right.
0.01. And you say, okay, let me stake 1,000 and I'm going to get 11%. Let me do the math real quick. That's like, hold on. That, I just boggled my mind just now. Like, literally, just boggled my mind. That is not what I think it was.
Yeah, because you said $1,000 and the staking is at 11%.
Right. So if you only getting $1 a year and you possibly can get almost $100, $200, depending on what platform you use and the percentage that they have. To me, that's an opportunity to be able to control your destiny and saying, okay, all I got to do is put 1,000 in here a month.
Right. Because you're gaining.
And this was, I mean, okay, say this was back in 2019. We're going to say this is 2019. In 2019, Ethereum was $292. In 2016, it was at $14, and this was the high. I just picked the price high, and there was peaks and valleys going in there because you can see the difference between 18 and 19. And that's at 2019, $292, and we put $1,000 into that. We would have what three? Let's do the math live. What was it, $1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do. And then, yeah. So you would literally have about 3, and I erased it like an idiot. I was trying to find it and I lost it. You would have 3.4. You would have 3.4. You would own 3.4 this Ethereum back in 2019 at $1,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually 3.422221189. So it's 3.4221967. That's what it is. Okay, that's how much you would have, because you don't, like in stocks, you can't just buy fractional. You can buy whole.
Right.
I'm gonna want one Tesla stock and one Apple stock. Now they're allowing you to do the fractionalization till you get to one. I think, I'm not for sure. I don't think they are. I think you still have to buy the one. With cryptocurrency, you can buy $1,000 investment, and you saw you get 3.4221967. Now, say you've held on to it, and in 2021 you wanted to relinquish some of it, but you wanted to see what your profit is. So holding on to those measly little, 3.4, and you put $1,000 in there, it'd be worth over $15,000, $15,837.92. Why is that important? Have you known a stock to do that?
Because look at the cost of one Ethereum in 2021.
No, I'll do one better. Say this is the price that was in January.
You 3x'd.
No, yeah, you did. So let's say that you did more than 3x. If you put $1,000 every month, and now I'm not gonna do that math, but y'all see where I'm going with it. And this is just the historical prices from 2015 to 2024. Yes, there's been some buckling and shifting and everything around, but the stock market's been doing the same thing. So why is that important? Because you're still using your money to invest. There's going to be some reaction to the stock market with cryptocurrency by all means. The benefit you have is that you can only trade on the stock market when Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday.
Right.
You can trade crypto 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to see if I got an airdrop. Like I wanted to be up that early just to see how much money I made so I can cash out. I don't want to wake up and realize the airdrop happened and now I done lost money twice because it price dipped, went up, dipped again, and then went up, and now it's on the downward spiral and I'm trying to catch this third, wind of should I cash out or keep it, or do I think it's going to do something? It's like, this is the type of strategies you have to have with your money. When you control your money, you got to know when to get in and get out. Not to scare you, not to put you in like this worry factor, but it's your money.
Right.
It's your ability to be able to say, the market's dropping down and I only put this amount of money in. And if it goes below that, I don't know. So, disclaimer, like I did before in the very beginning of the podcast, these are my views and my opinion. I am not providing financial advice. This is nowhere near close to financial advice. All this is taking control of your money. A way to take control of your money with your control. It's your control. If somebody scam you, not saying, I'm not saying that. I would never say that because I got scammed a few times. Now I have a way better understanding and knowing who to get involved with, how to associate with people, doing my own research and realizing if it's a good project or not, and staying connected to people that know cryptocurrency and have a track record. Not just with investment and making money, but with providing security and providing knowledge and technical analysis and their opinions and things of that nature. So it helps when you take your time and understand, hey, this is my money and I want to be able to control how much I put into the market, what I'm getting out of the market. But at the same time, having the faith, knowing that I'm investing in something that I believe in. Not what somebody told me on YouTube. They may recommend something, but how do you know if you like it if you ain't researched it? Because now you're going to have emotional blame when it goes down and you lose $100. Only put money in that you're okay with losing.
Right.
Don't put your rent in there.
It's like playing the lottery, going to casino, all that kind of stuff. Because if you do it,
it's highly volatile, just like the stock market. Are you okay with losing $1,000, $10,000?
Right.
You have to be in that position. So don't invest money you're not okay with losing. If it's $100, say you do dollar cost averaging, and every month you put $100 in it and you break it up by whatever cryptocurrency you want. You can do that. There's platforms that allow you to put $10 in. You can do that. But at some point, when are you going to take control of what your money's doing? Because like I've always said, you got to put your money to work. You the pimp, the money to hold. You got to put you got to do it. I don't know why people have this weird, I don't get it. What are you scared of? Y'all, people are doing such crap with their taxes. They get their taxes, right? They go put it on some bum ass car. So they look like, so they look decent when they go to the club. They trying to holler at this shorty, and the bum ass car that they had, always you have to go get it jumped before you go there. It's kicking black smoke out the muffler because you're supposed to have changed that 3 years ago. So now you putting out toxic fumes that probably had started COVID. And you want to look good. And it's not even because she's out of your league. It's like you want to floss because you can't even afford that car. That car got a $400 a month car payment, and the car you got, you pay $1,000 cash. Yes, it's going to be on my YouTube, brother. I understand. But you have to be able to make these right choice investments. The tax return money is a yearly thing that people do. We're going to see them paper tags floating around our town, and no problem, brother. We're going to be seeing them paper tags floating around the town, and then what's going to happen right when summer come around? Like right before July 4th.
Mr. Repo.
It's gonna be a lot of repo trucks hitting them highways. Y'all gonna be saying, what's all this traffic from? Why are these trucks out here with these cars on here?
And you know what's so funny is that Ced and I used to do the same kind of conversation when we lived in Washington. And as we traveled from Washington to the East Coast, we talked about this. And no shit, we did see the repo man taking the paper tag car.
It was gone. She thought I was bullshitting. I was telling the truth.
That shit was funny as hell.
So
it was like, damn.
Y'all have, and the reason why I'm saying that is this: if scare money don't make money, if you're not willing to be able to do more research, understand this type of what's going on, what the trending conversation is, the only scam out there is when you don't do your research and then on the back of your mind you just like, I need this get rich quick scheme. I need to be able to get out of debt tomorrow. This ain't it.
This definitely ain't it.
Especially if you only got $100. This ain't it. You ain't gonna put $100 in there and wake up to $10,000. This not gonna happen. Well, now let me say this. If you knew cryptocurrency and put $100, yeah, you could probably wake up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 if you did some stuff right. And had people that you trust you was listening to, yeah, you could do that. But that's not even a guaranteed thing. It's right. Never guaranteed. Somebody can tell you that, and then here you are waiting 5-6 months, and you still ain't got it. And you're like, bruh, I needed this money 2 months ago. You can't have that mentality.
Right.
You got to put money in there you don't even care about. If you lose it, it's like, well, I guess I start over again. I know what not to do.
So, question, and maybe somebody in the audience or our listening folks have the question of, do you look at the cryptocurrency in the market daily, or once you put the money you invest in, do you wait and look at it in a week or every 2 weeks?
I got a short answer and a long answer, so I'm gonna do short answer.
Okay.
Yes and no. I do not look at my balance every day. I do look at crypto and crypto news and things of that nature. I may look at something in my wallet and may have glanced across my balance. I'm not paying attention to it. I'm paying attention to the market.
Gotcha.
So yes and no. I'm monitoring it, but I'm soft monitoring it. I'm looking at the crypto market, but not from a wallet app or from a software app. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of how people look at the stock market. Some people don't even look at their wallets in the stock market. They look at what the stock market is doing. Mm-hmm. And if certain things are in the red, they're going to see it go through a ticker across the screen.
Right.
So if they see that, it's like, no, what do you mean? 11%. What's going on? Do I need to move something around? I need to see something? Mm-hmm. No, it's not to worry unless something happened in the news or something happened within crypto that you may need to, but at the same time, you don't have to be that cautious unless if you're paying attention enough to it. Again, with banks and investments that you do within your banks, like I said, you invest within a controlled project. You know how much of an interest you're going to get on that Roth IRA no matter what happens. Mm-hmm. Do you have that control in your 401k?
Nope.
No, it's based on the stock market percentages.
Absolutely.
So when are you going to take control of your money? Now, I'm not saying these entities are bad. I mean, to each its own. But if you want better control of your money, you should put it in something that you can control or you have control of. I mean, I'm not telling you to not invest in Roth IRAs or money market accounts. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is if you want to put your money in something and get to learn it, and you're okay with losing that particular type of money and investment, then why not try it?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that $10 ain't gonna make you some money, but scare money don't make money.
True.
So again, proof of work and proof of stake are two consistent mechanisms used by cryptocurrency to validate transactions and secure the network. Each has a distinct characteristic, advantages and disadvantages. Proof of work, like I was saying, had the electricity issue, where proof of stake is completely different. So it goes without saying that a lot more people want to use proof of work because it gives you more control. Well, it gives the crypto creator more control of the utility that they have on the coin. And it also allows more transparency for for me and you, the user, within, ease of understanding and where my money's going, whatever investments I'm adding to it, or what investments am I getting and what reward, because you get rewards if there's certain, cryptocurrencies you stake or put in different, what they call liquidity pools or farming, you get rewards for that depending on how much you do. And if you do enough, you might get what's called an airdrop of another cryptocurrency that's getting ready to come out to be used on that network. And its utility is this, and this. And that's all everybody's talking about. It's like, okay, why not? What are you going to do? Hold that coin. And if it comes out on the market and it starts out, say you get 10,000 of these coins and it starts off as $1, you got $10,000. It's like, oh shit. All I did was stake this coin and I got this as a reward. Not all cryptocurrencies do that, but I mean, there's a kind of I think, urgency for people to create great cryptocurrency, because the time to invest is going to be, the time to invest when it comes to cryptocurrency is that window is going to close up quick, because I think how cryptocurrency is moving up, people are going to start investing in it. And they just did the Bitcoin ETF. And if you don't know what that is, it's it's a way that the stock market can trade off of the value of crypto. Yeah, big time. They have investment companies that have, I think it's 6 of them now, that have traded over $2 billion since adoption. Gold ain't doing that. Let me go marinate. Investment, for the use cases, people use an investment. The smart contracts, like I was saying, cryptocurrency like Ethereum allows for automatic, transparent contracts that can execute when conditions are met. And it's just certain conditions, certain things have to happen. You have to pay a gas fee, you got to do this and blah, blah, blah. Right now, Ethereum is one of the most expensive ones to transfer because of its high gas fees. Some of the lowest gas fees are like in the middle of the night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So a lot of people trade Ethereum at that time. It's very, very expensive. And if you're not ready to trade on Ethereum, don't buy none. But is a good investment to hold? Yes. To use and do transactions with, I say be very cautious. But if you know it's a good investment, prepare for that gas fee. Prepare to trade it, at a different time, or look at some YouTube videos, because there's ways that you can mitigate that cost by trading on other blockchains. I won't get into that. And then transactions, for the other case, the transactions, cryptocurrency can be used for digital transactions, for buying goods and services, to sending money across borders and countries quickly and with relatively low fees. There's, like I was saying before, there's cryptocurrencies that are coming out that have really low gas fees, and you transfer, $50 to $100 on some of these platforms with the gas fees. It's like maybe 10 cents. It's like, well, damn, if I get, $3,000 or $4,000 I got to transfer. You mean I only got to pay maybe $2? Oh shit, I'm good. So it's a benefit. Those smart contracts is kind of like people are, when Ethereum came out and it was right there in price with being able to hit 10,000, it just kind of lost some traction because the stock market and the crypto market crashed. It was like, damn, COVID is COVIDing. And the interest rate is COVIDing. This is some bullshit. So that's what happened. The interest rate affected a lot of the markets and people got scared. So they started taking their money out. Risk and considerations. Like I was saying, it's very volatile. Cryptocurrencies are known for the extreme volatility with prices fluctuating widely. A cryptocurrency can come out and it'd be $19 and 4 hours later, it'd be $9. You're like, dang, this is crazy. Yeah, it happens. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin was at 68,000 and it went as low as 29. I showed you guys earlier. It was just like, it was crazy. Regulation, the regulatory environment is still evolving, meaning a lot of countries will not let you trade cryptocurrency because they don't, allow trading of it. They have to approve it. And certain apps and things like that, you'll find out you can't use in the States because they haven't got one approved in the States. So you can't use it unless you have a VPN, and we have to talk offline about that. So the regulatory environment is still evolving, which can impact the value and legalities of cryptocurrency. Like I said, some countries do and don't trade it. And then the security risks. While secure, cryptocurrencies are immune to theft and hacking, like I was explaining earlier. And users must take precautions to protect their digital wallets, because that's how you store your cryptocurrency, is digital wallets. And I'm sure you're going to ask, what the hell is digital wallets? Okay, so let's go through this real quick. So basically, it holds your cryptocurrency. There are several different ones, but the benefit is just like the wallet you have with the cards that give you access to your money, you got to still drive there, access. Now you have an app, but you have to log in with your password and do it, all these securities for your money, which is great. You should be able to do the same thing with cryptocurrency, right? But have more control of it. Instead of having to go to a bank and withdraw your money or have access to withdraw your money, you can send this to your bank so you can withdraw it. It's your money. So basically, there's storage wallets digitally, and they allow you to store and manage your cryptocurrencies and addresses. So there's different types. Why is this important? Because in the beginning, you're going to see all these wallets. You're going to be like, damn, trust me, they're pretty much all the same. Your hot wallets are always connected to the internet. So it makes them convenient to do all your daily stuff. This is like your Coinbase, Trust wallets, things like that. Or you can get mobile apps for them. But they're vulnerable for hacking. So it's kind of intuitive to really understand which ones you want to go with and which ones have better security. Anything connected to the internet has any chance of getting hacked. That's why I was saying you get a VPN. You get them on your phone too. Cold wallets, they're offline storage devices. These are ones that are not secured on the internet. So them being hacked is very, very minimal. The most common ones are the hardware wallets, which I'm gonna get into next. And they're basically, they're just physical devices that take care of your cryptocurrency and keep them secure. And you can have it in a drawer, whatever. And they have these ones called paper wallets, and they're not really, they're actually paper wallets. You got your wallet address and your private and public security, keys written on a piece of paper, and you got it in a safe. That was the wallets really back in Bitcoin days, before all these other wallets came out. You got hardware wallets, which is just the same thing as cold wallets, because the hardware wallets are the physical, not exposed to the internet. And then you got software wallets. A lot of the software wallets people are using just because it's convenient and you can look it up, and they have a lot of security measures on it because it's, two-factor authenticated, but because it's connected to the internet, it can still get hacked, right? So hence you have to be able to use these in a safe environment that's secure. That's why I was saying strongly suggest you get a VPN or virus protection or anything you can do to protect your money. And then lastly, the paper wallets I was explaining is just, people say they're really secure, but I mean, if they get wet or, anything else, then it's lost. So you don't want to just have this paper wallet in your pocket. This is something you got to lock up. And in the case that you switch phones and your password didn't transfer over for whatever, because they had a software glitch, and you try to get back into your wallet, you're going to need this public key, or it's they have some that have barcode printout, and you scan the barcode and it'll let you in the app if you remember your login and password. So not a bad idea to say that, to write them down and keep them in a safe or something like that, just in case, for safekeeping. And then, something happens, you can get it out and still log in, and it works for all of these wallets that I was just talking about. The Phantom wallet and the Trust wallet you have to have, and all these Kepler wallets and MetaMask, you can get two-factor authentication, download Google Authenticator and match it up and everything else. And now you got a 6-digit number. So every time you log in, you have to type in the 6-digit number. Additionally, with these wallets as well, they have the private key. So you have to write these 12 words or 16 words down in order, the way they got them numbered. And then you type all that in and create your account based off your, whatever their login credentials are. If it's an email, or you make a username, whatever, password, a strong password, not gummy bear or something like that. Put some thought into it, something that you can remember to type in with special characters, upper and lowercase, numeric, alphanumerical, things of that nature, and special characters. And you're good. So moving right along, buying and selling cryptocurrency. Two different types of exchanges: centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. The centralized exchanges are ones that have applications that you can go to and get into your account and see the market and trade and everything else. These centralized exchanges, mind you, they are stricter in how you use them, meaning that there's not a lot of central exchanges that you can use in the US because it's so regulated. So the ones you can use are Coinbase, Binance, Kraken. I use Coinbase personally because it is very user friendly, and I've been using that one ever since the beginning of me understanding cryptocurrency. They had an education portal on there where you can go through and learn about cryptocurrencies, and they'll pay you in the cryptocurrency. They have this added feature now where if you pay a monthly subscription, and I know people are like, oh God, a monthly subscription. Yeah. You pay a monthly subscription and you don't have no transaction fees. So basically, if you have $1,000 in a cryptocurrency and you cash that $1,000 out and it only costs you, say, $5 or whatever. So you have $995. You transfer that to your bank with no fees, because Coinbase will get their fees if you don't have their membership, and it's like $29. So I want to have my money and not them taking it, because before their fees was just ridiculous. So they have that, and I think if you trade enough cryptocurrency on their platform, it almost evens itself out. And people say, oh, I got to pay $29, so I don't have no transaction fees, and I do a lot of trading. That might be a win-win for me. But if you're using it as an investment vehicle and you put $100 in it, and the first $1,000 that pop up on that account, you want to, basically cash out your investment of $100, $200, why not? And pay $30 a month? I mean, yeah, you don't really pay nothing a month if you put your money in the bank, but how much are you making off that money a month? I'll let that marinate. Decentralized exchanges. These operate without central authority, allowing direct peer-to-peer transactions. A lot of people like DEXs. I love DEXs because, yes, you can get the cryptocurrencies that you might not find on Coinbase and be able to save them. And Coinbase has a Coinbase wallet. Like, they have a Coinbase app that's just Coinbase, and then they have a Coinbase wallet. Now, this is what's important. Both of those are software applications that you can download. The only difference is on the Coinbase one, you don't have to have the 12, the pass and private key. It's login and password for Coinbase. The same thing for the Coinbase wallet. The only difference is that Coinbase might not hold the cryptocurrency that you are looking for. And because of security reasons, the crypto wallet will. You can trade cryptocurrencies that are in Coinbase. Coinbase. You can trade crypto from Coinbase wallet to Coinbase and Coinbase to Coinbase wallet. You can do that. Yeah, Ethereum's going to be expensive. Don't forget that. Them gas fees. Pay attention to the gas fees. But the DEXs are a little bit, I would say a little bit less. Well, I think they're less accessible to hacking, but this is when you start advancing into a bigger stage into cryptocurrency. If you're ready to go into that step, I can show you or tell you how to do it if you DM me and everything else. And like I said, we'll figure out what we're going to do on Saturday. And if it's nothing, that's fine. I'll talk about what I was going to talk about on Saturday, on Tuesday. But DEXs is a great way to see what other cryptocurrencies in their utility would use the coins that you are invested in. And if they are able to stake them or farm them, whatever, and you're able to make money from it, why not? Especially if you're paying attention to the market, you know how much your coin is worth, you know how much you're making, and it's not that big of a deal to you. You're just rinsing and repeating, putting your money in, rinsing and repeating, and you're not losing any money because you're still holding the coin. You're just investing some of it. So it's like you bought, say, 10 Ethereum, but you're going to put 5, you're going to stake 5. Maybe you're going to stake 3 and then put 2 in a farm or a liquidity farm or LP or whatever. You're just going to stake it. This is say you're staking it. You're going to stake 5. The other 5, you just keep in your wallet. You're just holding it there. And then it's like, oh, another cryptocurrency I would like to get into, and it's on the Ethereum network, which means I will pay Ethereum gas fees, but it has a lot of utility and I like it. And they have games or they're AI or they're this, they're that, whatever nature or whatever type of, understanding that you're into with cryptocurrency. You might like AI and you only want to invest in AI tokens. That's fine. GameFi tokens. I only want to invest in GameFi tokens, things that are about games or virtual reality. And maybe it may not even be none of those. Maybe it might be just Bitcoin and Ethereum and a couple of altcoins. And the altcoins I meant to talk about and I skipped over. The altcoins are all the alternative coins that are not Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Can you give some examples?
Dogecoin. Sure. Doge is a meme coin. We won't talk about Doge to the end.
Gotcha.
When I get done with these. You got Cardano. You got Solana. You have Ripple, XRP. You have Chainlink, Avalanche. You got man.
So,
What's the other one? Polygon.
So would you say there's far more altcoins than?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Far more. But guess what? Their market cap combined won't even, not the market cap. Their value in price will never eclipse Bitcoin. Or it never be worth, or close to Bitcoin's gains.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the reason why that is, I think, is because a lot of people that are invested in cryptocurrency and make money have Bitcoin and have more than one.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they probably bought when it first came out,
Right?
So,
and if
they're millionaires,
and if you got people, and some people only have Bitcoin because they didn't invest in Bitcoin, they invested in some altcoins that they had trust in. Like when people invested in Dogecoin,
yeah,
people
money.
invested $10,000 in the Dogecoin. When it hit 10 cents, people were like, "I'm a millionaire."
Right. So
people that put $1, $10, or $1,000 into it, yeah, they're millionaires.
They took that money and bought Bitcoin.
And guess what? It crashed freaking Robinhood. Robinhood's another app that started carrying cryptocurrency, and Dogecoin was one of them. And that's where I bought my Dogecoin. That's where I bought my Dogecoin bag and held it. That shit went up to 75 cents. I almost my knees almost buckled out from under me. I was like, oh Lord. I didn't know cryptocurrency can do this. Oh yeah, if you're patient. So it was one of those coins that just took off. But anyway, moving on. I think and choosing the right exchange is one of those things that you have to really, really pay attention to. And some of the things that I think that you should really look into is security, the fees, compare transaction fees with different apps or different exchanges. I'm sorry. How easy it is to use. The supported cryptocurrencies, like what cryptocurrencies do they have on the exchange that you want to invest in or that you may be interested in? And then the regulations and compliant. Are they compliant, within where you are? Meaning, can you create a login and a password and send in, your ID? Will you be able to access, their platform? Because they have this thing called KYC, know your customer, which means you have to take a copy of your driver's license and then do a selfie and send it to them so that they can verify you have an American address and this is who you are. Some of them will allow you to create a login and you can trade some cryptocurrencies, but I think the most is like maybe 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 maybe, and that's it. If you get a cryptocurrency that makes $10,000, guess what? Tough shit. You ain't got access to it. You can't do nothing with it. What, transfer $2,500 a day? That's stupid. With transaction fees, you done lost a lot of money. No, Don't get on those sites. So in conclusion, this is the end, thank God, right? In conclusion, cryptocurrency represents a paradigm shift in the world of finance, offering a new approach to money, assets, and financial transactions. Its potential to shape the future of finance, I think, is grounded, and it has so many different things that you can control and things that are at your control and exposure to be able to say, okay, I can put my money into that one because I like their security and blah, blah, blah. It's changing how we make money and have control. I appreciate you. So I think it's something that if you don't have the control to invest your money and leave it alone, don't pay attention to it. No, it's going to do something, but pay attention to it enough to where if you need to put it in a safe haven, you can. And most safe havens in cryptocurrency is called US Tether or USDC. And these are stable coins. I didn't talk about stable coins. Stable coins are coins that are valued at the US dollar. It never fluctuates. It has a stability. That's why it's called a stable coin. And in theory, because we had stable coins fucking lose their value somehow. Yeah, that was shitty. So that's what happened with Terra Luna, just by the way. Had a stable coin and it just went under $1. And people were like, what the fuck? This is where I hold my money. Because some people actually, you can stake your USDC like you do your normal dollar at the bank. You can stake your USDC and your Tether and make an APR on it. And people were staking a cryptocurrency that they thought it was really a Bitcoin. And the value of it was going up, and a lot of people were trying to invest in it and catch that wave. And you'll hear the word FOMO a lot in cryptocurrency, fear of missing out. A lot of people were doing that. And you don't want to do that. You absolutely don't want to do that because because of the volatility of it, it can go up. It can go up. Now you didn't 2 and 3x your money and you're like, oh shit, this coin's doing everything. And then you're like, I don't know if I should take some out. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, you go to sleep and wake up and you really only 2x your money when it went up and it almost 10x your money and you lost all of those gains. That's the risk and stuff that you take. That's the risk that's involved. And when coins do that and they're volatile or they're just crap projects, they're not active on any kind of social media. The crypto person that you like to listen to that talks about crypto and different coins, that person disappeared. And then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 days later, y'all get rumors that the coin dropped. No, you can't do all that. You can't prepare yourself for that. But at the same time, you can't subject yourself to not know. That's why I say you got to do your own research. And all of this that I provided was just research that I personally done or personally already knew. And you got to be able to prepare yourself because to me, and this is just my opinion, like I said, this is not financial advice. This is not me trying to entice you to buy cryptocurrency, but to provide a better understanding on what it is and what it's not. If you don't get behind buying cryptocurrency right now or somewhere in these next few weeks, when this Bitcoin happens in the middle of April, the way Bitcoin is moving right now has kind of got me shocked because I thought it was going to start lowering before the Bitcoin happened and then start going up. It's about to hit 58,000 and it's getting ready to hit an all-time high. If it hits this resistance, and that's what they do resistance lines and technical analysis, knowing where resistance lines were or should be based on gains and market cap trends and inflation and everything, blah, 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 blah. Whole lot of stuff you don't really need to know about unless you nerd out like I do. But anyway, when it gets to this point, they know it's some resistance is going to happen either close to it or near it. If it blows through that shit and it's like, oh crap, people are investing and buying and it's like you are getting ready to FOMO into one of the biggest cryptocurrencies all because of doubt. That's just my opinion. My opinion alone. If you got money to buy Bitcoin, by all means, buy one. If you got money to invest and buy a $3,000 Ethereum, buy one. If your money's a little shorter and you just like, nah, I'll put $10 in, I heard that they got a app called crypto.com that's named Arena in LA where the Lakers play. They got a coin and an app and you can use it in the United States and you can stake and you can do all these other things. And it has a wallet that has DEXs on it where you can invest in other cryptocurrencies. It's so many different things that you can do with all these different type of applications that are here under your control. All you got to do is learn and understand it. And crypto.com app, the one I was just talking about, they have education portion on there that will teach you about cryptocurrencies. Just like, a lot of these, apps have, or you can YouTube video them. But as a beginner, one of those two apps I think would be great. Just because the education piece on it, and then just surrounding yourself around people that know cryptocurrency and are not going to tell you, oh, you should buy this coin, it's about to flip out. Or somebody that says this coin, in my opinion, is getting ready to go up, or it's going up. As you can see, I think it's going to have a big day because it slowly started moving this morning. It's one I've been telling you guys about, or this is one that I heard is about to do this, and my opinion is it's going to do this. It's like, okay, let me do it. Let me go ahead and take a chance. Let me put a little bit. If I lose it, I lose it. Ain't nothing but $100. I ain't worried about it because I still got that Ethereum, that money I'm holding, that I already made a profit off of. I just haven't put it anywhere. I can take 1,000 off of it. I'm good. I got 8,000 right there. It's just sitting there. That's up to you. Everything is, risk and reward, but it's highly volatile. So just surround yourself with good people that want you to make money, and don't surround yourself with people that just want to see you fail, period. So these right here are I think one of the biggest influences when it comes to the future of finance with cryptocurrency is decentralization. I'm not going to read all that, but I will, on either Saturday or Tuesday, have these and talk about them in description, and then break some more stuff down. Enhanced security, lower transaction fees, the financial inclusion, where it says, the cryptocurrencies have the potential to provide financial services to millions of unbanked and underbanked individuals around the world. Unbanked and underbanked. Let that marinate for a minute. With just a smartphone and internet access, anyone can create a cryptocurrency wallet and participate, in the global economy. It's like, all you got to do is, like I told you, see those apps or whatever, and there's a crypto that you want to buy, but, you did your research, and this is the wallet that people are using just, to not just trade this or stake it or whatever. It's like better access, then do it. I mean, it's up to you. Programmable money, transparency and privacy, like we talked about, interoperability and new financial products that are coming out on DeFi platforms so that you can maximize your investment because it's under your control. And this is like active passive money. As long as, the worth of that coin ain't dropping or anything really, but you're good. They have some you have insurance that you can invest in. You can invest in insurance on certain platforms, or one platform that I saw, which I think is a great thing. You can borrow, and, feed a fund of cryptocurrency, and then people can borrow that cryptocurrency, and basically you're lending it out. So you're being the bank. Just saying. They got these things. Man, it's crazy. So challenges and considerations I won't get into because that's a longer conversation. But hey, y'all, that's it. You got any questions, please DM me. If you caught on late, please go to my YouTube page to watch the entirety of the video. Sometimes Facebook be hating. If you watch it on Facebook, that's cool too. I appreciate it. I have a statement about how people got all these Nikes and Jordan shoes and gear, but no stocks. Let that marinate. No doubt. I appreciate y'all joining us. Most definitely. And if y'all have any questions, you got any concerns, you want to get started, but you want to take your time and you want to understand, this, that, and the third, I can help you as far as like what I did. That doesn't mean you have to do what I did, but it's anything new, you want to try it and try to understand it. I get it. And to me, the platforms that I talked about, nor am I sponsored by them. Those are two that I suggested because I think they're, great for beginners, crypto.com and Coinbase. Just do your own research, look them up, everything else. Get a better, more understanding with cryptocurrency. And if I can help you with understanding anything else with cryptocurrency, I'll do my best to. And if I don't know the answer, trust me, we'll research it together. You got anything for the people before we get up out of here?
All I have to say is, wow. That was a lot of information. Again, kudos to you for putting this all together and sharing your wealth of knowledge with the people.
I try to make it as textbook as possible. I didn't want to sound how I talk normally. Y'all gonna be like, this motherfucker. But I tried to make it to where it was, I think, easily understandable and or understandable. And at the same time, you know, like I told you guys before, getting to a point where you're actually reaping the rewards for understanding what you're investing in. Just, they say work hard and play hard. My thing is if you understand the work you're putting into something, the harder you're going to work. Once you start understanding it better, you're going to put more effort into it and want to know more about it, because it's not about the money that you can make from it. It's the ability to get in early, knowing that there's some type of reward that's going to happen. You just don't know what it is. And it's like flipping your money and putting it back into, you know, coins that are actually going up with nothing but stability. And use case scenario, people's, you know, different type of projects that they have, they're making statements based off of their fast transactions and their low gas fees and the utility, the liquidity value that they're giving you on your money that you invest in and stake. You're getting rewards by, you know, just not even just airdrops. You're just getting rewards based off of how much you stake, and you can claim it whenever it gets to a certain, you know, some of them is like 10 cents, maybe a penny, $1, whatever it is, but you can claim that every so often. You can just let it build up and you check it like 4 months later and be like, oh shit, I forgot I got these staked. Man. I mean, it is what it is, especially if the crypto market's not doing too bad and all you got to do is check what you got staked and claim your, you know, your coins that's going right back into your wallet. Why not?
Right.
So, anyway, let's get up out of here. Let me play this music.
Everybody have a fabulous week. Thanks for tapping in and tuning in as always. And if we get enough feedback and information, we will be doing this on Saturday. We just need to have enough people interested to be able to do it. If not, we're going to do it on Tuesday. Peace.
And just let people know. Just let people know about it. You know, tell them if it was great or easy for you to understand and blah, 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 whatever. Like I said, I'll break it down some more on Saturday. If I get enough people interested, hit me up in the DM. If not, it's all good. I appreciate y'all for staying as long as y'all did. And we up out of here. Peace.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Bitch, what?